Hi guys, and I hope you are all doing well. And this week is very hard for me personally because JavaScript is like finally we're going into programming, and I have no idea of this all computational thinking and this different concepts because I found the conceptual difference between all these components, all these elements in JavaScript. They are very confusing, and thankfully, luckily I was in the live session, and Jing really taught us how, like, based on really basic stuff, he tells us how to distinguish between these different elements. And so for my mini page this week, I tried to add something more interactive, more JavaScript into it. But on one way, I guess my own thought because I was trying to make it more like a real page. So the interaction I originally what I want to put is more like a real page instead of what based on our knowledge right now. And I was stuck for like whole day because there's actually a slight mistake that I made. But in the end, by the help of Jennifer and Jane, I managed to debug all my bugs. So here I would like to share my page and also all this bug because it's very good. It's because it's in the GitHub repository, like in the history, so I can actually share with you my old bugs and how I debug it. So this is my page right now. It's slightly different from last week. So I built this login page. So actually you can just type in and you can sign up, log in, or continue as guest. So if you sign up, you can see like thank you for signing up, and we go to the original page, or we can just log in. And I also made another interaction is here. So this is my tutorial video. I made this button called go to next video, and it actually goes. This is actually I just borrowed the idea from the Plunker, like the change picture. And here on the community, I built something like a user profile and the DJ name. JavaScript is too hard. And then I wanted more like a real-time page, so actually you can save it or you like it, and the number will add up. And because here actually I think it has to be like an if statement or loop or something which is beyond my understanding, so actually just continue it up. I cannot just stay one time and make it active. I think I'm gonna do it next week. And here I try to build this let's practice sound structure. Listen to different parts of the sounds. I add this interaction, but also to test the number because I want to submit an answer, and then there's, oh, okay, you did it right or you did it wrong. So actually here I need also the if statement, which I will add it next week. So it's not so many things going on. And also at first I tried to use it like really you can sign up, and then there's like a database remembering all your username and your password, and then there's a server to decide if you can log in. And well, and it's also beyond my understanding. So let's take a look at my code. So I'd actually like to share with you what I stuck before. So this is my code before. You can see that. So the JavaScript. At the beginning, I tried to make my, so if here login, once I put in the DJ name and the password, it will actually here, there's like a hey there guest. I tried to make the guest ID that will change after I change my username in this page. So I wrote this code, which is declare username is the value that I input on this place, username. I give this part the ID called username. And then I try to document query selector DJ name 1, which is here, hey there guest. So here the hey there guest, okay, So we can see that there's a greeting, hey there, guest, and I use a span that's ID called DJ number 1. So in this way, I tried it to make it look like it can actually happen. But so, and I don't know why. And also I put this location, which is supposedly to go to the index page, but none of this showed up. And I hope most of you can tell what's my bug here, but if you're not, I'm going to tell you. It's because here so the username value that I selected, and also the function login, this function is at my login page, right? But my query selector DJ number 1 is at my student page, and apparently JavaScript cannot jump from different pages because they cannot find an ID called DJ number 1 in my login page. That's why there's some bug here coming up, and this whole function just won't work out, or at least the things after this document line. So this is my first bug. And my second bug is I try to here. So I try to add up the number, right? Like this. But let's see my code before. I try to use the operator like +1 there, and let's have a look. Okay, so here. The red one is the one that I deleted, so that's my wrong code. And the green one, the green one is the current code. So we can see that before I just I declare num called the value of the query selector, which I thought is 16, and then the new num, after I clicked it, it become like one more, and then it can change the inner HTML of the save music. But and well, ideally that should work out, right? So it's 16 and +1 is 17. But turns out, let's go to look at my index page. Wait. Okay. So let's go see my index page. Here. Okay, so here, the save music, or like music, it's just almost, I think I was talking about save music. The save music here, I have this bottom ID equals save music, and button up, and this is the context 16. I thought this is the value that I'm picking up, 16, that's why it's added up to 17. But my bug here is actually the value button does not have a value, so it's like a string or some content that I put in this button, so only the input element has value. So that's why my code here does not work, because it's not a value, and so there's nothing, this none does not exist. So that's why this whole function does not exist. So I changed it because right now I just wanted to look like that. So now I just declare the num1 called 16, and when the moment you push this button, it just adds up 1, so it becomes 18. Here, sorry, adds up 1 and it becomes 18. And this is my two major bugs here. And from this week, I also learned how to debug, which I think is it's a very important thing for us to learn, because Jin told me, I think the debug is actually you have to go by line. That's what he talked about in the state. So what is the state of your code right now? So in order to debug, you actually have to alert each line by line, which I think is very useful. If like me, I stuck here, and I think I really I like this course before on HTML and CSS, but this week is really too challenging for me, and so I didn't add too much things on my HTML because I just want to try out the JavaScript, and I wanted to more like a authentic, a real life website. So, and I'm really hoping next week with the if statement and also the loop thing. I hope my all this more interactive feature can come up. And that's all. Thank you.